Hey, it's been a while since my last upload, but since getting back into painting recently, I've decided to try out some new techniques. This one in particular is a really fun way to paint a super cool looking grimdark mini surprisingly quickly and easily. And what better way to show you than with this really cool Krork mini I've had lying around. We're starting off by overbrushing the mini with a dark brown to establish a base coat from which we're going to work. This step is very important, and you'll see why in just a minute. Once I've hit everything I can with my dry brush, I come back through and coat the recesses with a regular brush to cover any unpainted sections that we might see later on. Now, to achieve the full effect of this technique, I'm going to use 3 different greens, working from darkest to lightest. The cool part about this technique is that we'll be doing most of our work with a sponge. I make sure to remove most of the paint from the sponge so that it applies a speckled texture without smearing, and then proceed to dab it across the model, building up layers of green, while still allowing the brown base coat to shine through. If any of this looks familiar to you, that's probably because I stream all my painting right here on YouTube 3 to 4 days a week, so feel free to drop on by if you have the time. Here's how we're looking after our initial darker layer. And now with the first layer done, I come back through with a lighter shade of green and repeat the process, this time targeting the more exposed sections in order to build some volumetric highlights as well as a few edge highlights here and there. As I'm working my way through this, I also occasionally come through with tiny spots of our absolute brightest green to mark the lightest points on the mini and make certain details pop. The highlights are looking great, and the way the brown peeks through the recesses really gives the armor a corroded look that I love. With our green layers applied, it's time to pick out our details. For this, I simply come through with lead belcher for all the metallic parts, and you can already see just how great of a finish we're able to get with just brown, green, and silver. Even with just these steps, I'd be willing to call this mini tabletop ready. But we're not done yet. Next week, I'll show you how we can take this mini and elevate it from tabletop pretty to one of my favourite minis I've done to date. In any case, that's all I've got for you today. Like if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more stuff like this. Until next time.